These days, we accept it. This robot is just a part of the NFL. But 20 years ago, he made his debut on Fox, and the entire country asked at once, what the heck is that? Well, that is Cletus, and he's part of the family here at Fox Sports.
Cletus, 20 years in the league. That puts you in some elite company. Guys like Jerry Rice, Drew Brees, Brett Favre. But according to our research, you are the only robot on that list.
There he is, the man of the hour. Happy birthday, Cletus.
Welcome back to the booth. You live in the booth, it seems like, all the time.
I cannot believe it's been 20 years already. I remember you were just a little pixel. I'm getting emotional.
From pixels to promos, if you've ever wondered, how did this man of steel become the face of Fox Sports? For that answer, you'll have to find the man who assembled him.
Who is Cletus? He's a brand ambassador for the NFL on Fox, first and foremost. He's all of us. I mean, you walk around the building, you can see he's become part of the fabric of the place. I think that's cool.
Cletus has come a long way in his 20 years. His origin story takes us back to 2005.
We were rebranding, and as I remember it, CBS was coming back into the NFL. We knew they were well-funded, and kind of a competitive nature came out. Animation packages for sports are like, you know, flipping logos. Everything we came up with, I felt like I'd seen before, and I was kind of rummaging around in the box of kid stuff. It was a drawing I had in my desk. My son drew it. I think he was 8 or 9. He definitely had a vision, and I have a sense memory of him presenting it as, hey, you should do this. I didn't really react to it until, you know, I had to, in a moment of panic. It was like, yeah, we could do this. Let's design a bot. That really played to me, because other networks, they had an eyeball, they had a peacock, they had a thing, you know? A lot of the impetus for Cletus, for me, was, look, we'll have a thing. We had kind of a prototype, but the technology that was available to us at that time was beyond the reality of what, you know, an in-house graphics department could do, but we did them anyway. And they were not good. But, okay, great, we got it. Now what do we do with it? You know, then we farmed it out to a company called Blur Studios.
My name is Tim Miller. I'm one of the founders of Blur Studio. I was the creative director at the time we did this NFL spot. I directed Deadpool and Terminator Dark Fate. We make Love, Death, and Robots, which is, I mean, who doesn't like robots? If you're a nerd, you dig robots, yeah. Until they come and kill us all. But until then, we built a real reputation for storytelling.
The entire kind of production philosophy was heavily influenced by movies. You know, the original theme was influenced by the Batman movie that had come out. You know, even Cletus came from trying to get ahead of Michael Bay with the first Transformers. You know, it's kind of in the zeitgeist. And they then worked with us to storyboard.
Fox wanted a big 3D extravaganza. It just so happens that one of the things that CG did well almost from the beginning was robots.
These are character concept boards from Blur Studios early on that showed you the range of possibilities of what we could do.
We did some really out there ones.
Some of them just looked too scary, too alien. Some of them were just too specific.
I think in the design brief, we kind of knew what it needed to be.
If we look at the bot, you have to think NFL and Fox. You can see kind of where we landed. I don't know, this one just felt more fun.
We had our own motion capture studio. It's really fun to do with stunt guys when you can hit them, you know. So we had a whole bunch of pads, and I was a big believer in like hit me like a linebacker, and you get these really great animation impacts because they're real. And you would occasionally get hurt, but that's kind of what was interesting about it. His personality was really derived from players, you know, the way they move, the way they warm up. You become a master of, like, the hidden trick of, like, pulling something and sliding it under it. You have to hide all these things because you don't want him to be stiff. You want him to be kinetic.
The animation package was stellar. You know, there was a transformer moment of the bot into the logo. I was like, well, if we can do that, we can do pretty much anything with them. He came out of the gate with just kind of doing macho pointing, which engendered a reaction. Why is that there? Which opened the door for Antics. I had this vision in my mind that if it was winter, we would do, you know, snowball fights where he's getting pummeled, or we'd have him, you know, playing a guitar.
The man is a machine.
The more somebody didn't like it, the more I liked it. We had a New Year's Day game, just kind of sitting on a stool, hungover, Pro Bowl in Hawaii. Let's put him in a hula skirt, do a hula dance.
But those moves, doing the robot.
We started infusing the billboard pods in particular with a lot of ridiculous gags, which I would pose actually made that billboard pod sticky for the advertiser. At least that's how I was selling sales.
From The Simpsons to the Super Bowl, Cletus had rocketed to stardom, following in the footsteps of his hero, whose number he proudly wears.
You know, he was part of a graphics package that I thought was going to last, you know, maybe 3 years on the outset and the longest, but not so much the more traction I got, but the more fun we were having with it, it was kind of hard to walk away from it. But, you know, you can't incinerate your logo. If the original intent was that he's synonymous with the NFL on Fox, then he's got to be the NFL on Fox.
It was time for Cletus to grow up. He had a job to do, and that called for a new suit.
From where we landed, this is version 2.0. We're model 3.0 now. One of the reasons he stuck around for as long as he did was because now advertisers had an opportunity for their character to interact with our character.
I should have brought the Fox robot into the Terminator movie. Some kind of like fight between the Fox robot and a Terminator. It would have been a great way to promote the movie at the time. Me.
Movie premieres, automobile manufacturers, name it, he's hawked it. And I think that actually for Fox Sports too was a inflection point where I think that's a sign of a mascot turning into more of a brand property than some guy in a hula skirt. When I say he, as a character, is a member of my family, my personal family, I'm not exaggerating. You know, like any parent, you know, you're looking for an opportunity to connect on some level. And I definitely was trying to show off to my kids. It was like, you gotta watch this Sunday. It all kind of got into this personal family loop. And by the way, I'm contractually obligated to mention my daughters, Grace and Sylvie, because they really get pissed when he only gets credit for this.
There's a childlike glee to this. A lot of us, you're constantly getting ideas from your own kids, and if you're not, you should be. You can't access it in the same way that they're living it. The best heroes are called to greatness in a moment of need. And you love players that feel like that.
I love that Spider-Man.
It's infectious, and I feel like that's what Cletus is doing. I think it would be cool to do a Cletus movie. Some kind of trial that he can prove that he's the hero that all the fans at home think he is, you know?
Ryan Reynolds does the voiceover. That's an easy gig. He doesn't have to say anything.
Ryan likes that. Or Arnold. Yeah, Arnold would be. If you wanted to say, what's the most amount of eyeballs that have fallen on anything that Blair's ever created? It's got to be Cletus, right? I enjoyed the out of it, and the technology is so exciting, and what you could create is so exciting. I'm glad that we got to play a role in that. It feels good.
Well, we are blessed to be here on your birthday, and we have a little something for you from the entire Fox Sports family.
All right. You ready to blow out the candles? Here we go.
Oh, we got a firewall issue. Thank you, Daryl. Way to go.
And next year, 21st birthday, we'll go out and get a quart of oil, margarita.
The irony of it, I think, is kind of cool about it.
Cletus came to see us. Cletus did come see us, and that was exciting.
This is so not NFL what we're doing. That's why it works for me. That's why it's, you know, it's funny.
It's your birthday. You got it going, man.
I'm amazed. I gotta be honest with you. I'm amazed. It's kind of a charming story bestowed upon my family that was unique and rare. I think that's what made it special.